Hello and welcome. Thanks for joining us. The show presents the National League Division Series. It's the All-Stars taking on the All-Stars. Along with my partner, Chris Singleton, I'm John Shambi. And Singy, there's been a lot to talk about already in this series as we head into Game 4.
And I'll be interested to see if these teams approach it any differently, with one on the brink of elimination and the other just a win away from putting an end to this thing. You know, in the postseason, I think you have to treat every game the same, but there's something about an elimination game that could put a team just into a different mindset.
Yeah, and the strategy could certainly change in this type of game. It's hard to manage the same way when in any given at-bat, it can impact everything you've been working for throughout the season. First pitch coming your way next. So just about set now. And our pitcher in this game, J.P. Sears. What do we need to know here?
Anytime you have 5 pitches to work with on the mound, that repertoire can be a real weapon in terms of keeping hitters off balance, man. It's one of those things that I'm going to be looking for in this one. Does he have a feel for all of those pitches, or is he just able to get 1 or 2 over in the strike zone where he wants? Now, it's tough to do to be able to command all those pitches, but if he can, he is going to be very tough for the opponent today.
Jose Ramirez, the leadoff batter, as he looks at ball 1.
First pitch, 7:05.
Next offering is in for a strike. Ramirez recently taking home Player of the Month honors. On the ground, Albies tosses to first, and Ramirez is set down. Okay, let's check out the lineup. All right, Siggy, how about all the talent in this lineup?
They're deep, first and foremost, but the way that they can manipulate their personnel for matchups and everything else, it's very intelligent the way that they use their team, and I think it creates a little bit of uncertainty for opposing teams, especially in a big game, big series.
Jeremy Pena stands in now, looks at that one inside. Ouch, that one drilled him. And no chance for him to make the play. Let's just hope he's all right.
Batting third, the first
and now they'll hustle out to check on him. That was quite a shot he took as you see him down on a knee.
Yeah, clearly in some real pain, but he will not want to come out of this game if he doesn't have to. It's looking to me like he's going to try to shake it off and continue.
Here's Vladimir Guerrero Jr. He's got the power, but great. Runner takes off. Strike in there. Throw. Save. That was close, but StatCast shows us why he so often seems to be on the safe side of these steal attempts, Chris.
Yeah, you see that plus speed, and he needed every last bit of it to swipe that bag. Such a threat on the bases.
That one misses, and it's 1-1.
1 ball, 1 strike.
Move to second, and he dives back in safely. Vladdy with a homer in his last game. That one fouled off.
I wouldn't throw him another breaking ball. Try to go again with the fastball, slightly elevated. He just is having a hard time catching up.
Man at second. Just misses with that one.
Well, he's not afraid to fall into a 2-strike count. Knows the strike zone very well, so much so that I think umpires will look at him and determine whether it's a ball or strike, if he swings or not.
Out to short. Bogaerts handles the chance. Sends it to first. And Guerrero is set down.
Batting fourth, the right fielder, Juan Soto.
So the go-ahead run in scoring position. Here's the veteran outfielder, Juan Soto. There's the strike.
It's a good changeup to hit up in the zone. I don't think he recognized it. I'm sure he'd love to have that one back.
Swing and a high fly ball right field. That one back, that one on its way, and it's gone. Into the second deck it goes. It's 2-0. That was blasted.
Absolutely, no doubt off the bat. With a low 90s fastball, you have to live on the edges and hit your spots. If you don't, you'll get hit hard. Really good swing there. Patient, waited for it. It was like BP all over again.
So 2 down. Here's a big power threat. Teoscar Hernandez. Swing and a ball drilled center field. McCormick has it sized up. Nabs it, and that is that. But 2 come across to score in the inning, courtesy of this 2-run homer. It's now a 2-0 ball game. You're watching the National League Division Series on the show. Back here in Miami, so here's the lefty, Framber Valdez.
He's a dominant pitcher, but he can get a little too relaxed second and third time through the order and miss his spots. That's where we see him get touched up. If he maintains the same intensity that he has in the first inning and the second inning, I think we'll see him hand the ball over to his closer.
And here is Xander Bogaerts. First pitch doesn't find the zone. Valdez, multi-time All-Star. He features a sinker, a curve, a changeup, a slider, and he works in a four-seamer. The 1-0. In the air, center field. Rodriguez makes the play. 1 down. Let's take a look at our lineup. They're dealing with a sinker specialist on the mound, which can be a big-time challenge when he's right and working mostly from the knees down.
Well, I think the approach you take is really try to lay off of those pitches down in the zone until he gets some called strikes and then forces you to go after that pitch. Until then, make him elevated, because guys that throw those sinkers, those two-seamers, really hard for them to be effective up in the zone. Those are pitches you can hammer, and when you get a cookie, you don't want to miss it.
One out, base is empty. Swing and a miss. Struck him out of the slider, and there's 2 gone.
He had him out in front, which isn't easy to do against a hitter like this, known for using the entire field. Just couldn't sit back long enough on that one.
And here is Alec Burleson. Swing and a ground ball up the middle, and it's through for a hit. So a 2-out knock keeps the inning alive.
Well, that started and ended pretty quickly. No messing around right there. Just kept it simple. Played pepper with the middle of the infield and took it back where it came from, and there's just no one there to knock it down.
So man aboard, and now it's Christian Walker. And first offering is fouled off. Next offering is fouled back. That one just misses the outside corner. Going to count 1-2. Up the middle. They get the force. That's the 3rd out. Game 4 of the division series. Now it's the DH, Geraldo Perdomo. This park is absolutely electric for this game. Such a great postseason atmosphere. In the air, right side. And that'll fall for a base hit. Man aboard on the leadoff single.
Nothing like the drama you get in the postseason, Boog. Love being a part of these games.
Here's Ketel Marte. Just missed. Marte, in his 10th season, a member of the 1,000 hit club, and he's a former Silver Slugger recipient in the National League. In the air out to center. Into the dive, and he got it. This dive wasn't the result of a bad route, Singy. The only reason he made the plays because his route was so good.
No doubt, Boog. StatCast tells the same story. I mean, he got to his spot as quickly as you can possibly get there, and he had to in order to have a chance at that diving play. Just special.
And now it's Julio Rodriguez. And a first pitch fastball is in for a strike. That's inside. Matthew Ross umpiring behind home plate for us in this one. He's got a reputation for having a bit of a wide strike zone, Chris.
Yeah, no doubt, Boog. He rewards pitchers when they're working the edges and sometimes a little bit beyond that. So for the hitters, just have to really be aware. Don't miss your pitch when you get it early in the count.
That's towards center. McCormick. He's got it, and there's 2 away.
Batting ninth, the catcher, number 28, Austin Wells.
Austin Wells digs in now. He is at the top of the game in terms of defense at the catching spot. Ground ball up the middle, and that one handled. That ends the frame. Back here at Lone Depot Park. Now batting Jurickson Profar.
Designated hitter, Jurickson.
It's so impressive because these guys have to do so much study and preparation for their pitchers, for opposing hitters, and really their number one job is to guide that staff through a ball game. And so when you also can turn it up offensively and be a force there, that is a win-win, every manager's dream.
Oh, he doesn't get the call. And the count now 2-0. And that drops in for a strike.
In today's game, not that many fastball counts, but hitters still in the back of their minds, they're looking for one. 2-0 changeup call right there. Excellent pitch selection to go with.
And here it comes. That one at the knees for a strike. Next pitch misses way outside. Hit softly on the ground to third. Fires over to Guerrero. Profar is out.
Batting sixth, the second baseman, Ozzie Albies.
And here comes Ozzie Albies to the dish. That one's in there, and that's strike one. There's a swing and a miss.
0-2.
Swings and misses. It's a strikeout. He swung over top of the curveball.
Got away with that curveball, no doubt about it. It
Batting
passed
seventh,
right
the
through
third
the heart of the
baseman.
strike zone, and he just couldn't get the bat on it. When you strike out on one like that, that's when you start having conversations with yourself, and they're not usually very friendly.
Yeah, that's fouled off. Two outs. Inside. And it's 1-2.
1-2.
Almost got him. Foul ball, another 2-2 upcoming.
Three balls. 2 strikes.
Foul ball left side. He'll see another.
Well, he's desperately looking for that swing and miss. He's going to have to just change speeds a little bit, try to move it around, create just a little bit of illusion at the end.
Outside, and that is ball 4. It wasn't easy, but he earned that walk after a long at-bat. 2 outs, runner at first. Now it's going to be Chas McCormick. And that's downstairs. 1-0. That one missed.
Just missing off the plate there, according to the umpire, and out there on the mound, maybe trying to get an explanation. Can't say he's convinced, but it looks like he's accepted it.
Baden off of first with 2 away. Right through there for a strike. Next offering is in for a strike. And there's a ball.
3-2, 2 out, runner on first. A lot of movement in the infield. Hitter's got to stay focused on the pitch.
And they'll do it again. Sharp grounder. That's through for a base hit. Runner puts on the brakes at second, so it's first and second with 2 out.
Batting none. The catcher.
Stepping in, Luis Campusano. And that drops in for a strike. Tying run is at first. Here in game 4 of the NLDS. Misses just off the outside edge. I think that was a strike. To the right side. Dives, and he can't hang on. Still able to get it there in time. And they do get the third out of the inning. After 2, it's a 2-0 ball game. And we're back. Top half of the third inning. Now it's Jose Ramirez. Sears back to work. In for a strike. It's 0-1. That's a little bit low.
1-1.
Next offering upstairs. Sliced hard but foul. 2-2 now. They tried to get him to chase on a slider down and away. That one misses, so a leadoff walk.
The batter, number 3, shortstop.
So a man at first, and now it's going to be Jeremy Pena. A single and a run scored and a walk. Just off the inside edge. Nobody out, runner at first. Snap throw to first, and he's back in easily. The 1-0. Fouled off. He was late. Out towards right center field. He dives, but he can't make the catch. Throw back in quickly. First and second now with nobody out.
The first baseman.
I don't know how he's able to shoot that pitch the other way and still put something on it. That pitch was inside, and he let it get really deep. So pretty incredible hands to fight it off and still get good wood on it.
First and second, no outs. Vladimir Guerrero Jr. now. He's 0 for 1. Just missed.
1 ball, no strike.
First and second, no outs. We're here in the top half of inning number 3. And another ball.
Could be some action here on this next pitch. Couple runners on. Probably a challenge pitch coming.
Strike 1. That clips the inside corner for a strike.
Three balls, 2 strikes.
Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball.
A little early on that fastball. I'm sure the pitcher taking a note. Look for an off-speed pitch on this next one.
Fouled off again, and it remains 3-2. 9th pitch of the at-bat due next. Swing and a miss, struck him out. He battled for a long time, but it finishes with a strikeout. You can't be mad at yourself after an at-bat like that one. Juan Soto now. He's already homered in this game.
This is a batter right here who really produces in these night games, and we saw the latest example of it in his first AB.
Little chopper rolls foul. 1 out. Runners at first and second. Line drive, base hit. Rounds third, headed for the plate. He'll score. Runner holds at third, so just 1 across on the play.
Comes through with the RBI. Everything was on time and fluid in that swing. Got a pitch you could get the barrel on and lined it into center for the knock. Those always feel good.
And now Teoscar Hernandez 0 for 1 with a fly out to center. Got it started a little too early. Strike 1. Second and third here. 1 away. There's the strike at the knees. And the count is 0-2.
Very well executed changeup right there. If he can command the fastball consistently, that's going to be an important pitch in terms of him turning this outing around.
That's down and in.
Good slider down and in can be so hard to get on plane with. You're better off taking that pitch.
Swing and a ground ball and foul ball. Pena, the runner at third. Soto over at second with one down. Popped up. Baden settles underneath it. Puts it away for the out. 2 down.
Well, that's a frustrating at bat right there. Big opportunity and just missed it. I know he wanted to do some damage. Next guy will have to pick him up.
Now here is Geraldo Perdomo. 1 for 1 with a single so far. Check swing, and that's a ball.
Big moment in this game. 2 outs, 2 runners in scoring position, and could really break this thing wide open early.
Pitch is in there, and it's 1-1.
Look pretty good as far as being in the strike zone, but I'm sure as a hitter, not too good with where it was located. Very top of the strike zone, middle away. Well, it stinks to be down by, these runs early in this ball game like this, but you've got 2 outs. You've got to close the door because you still have a chance with how much time is left in this one.
In plenty of time to first. That ends the inning, and they limit the damage. But the RBI single pushes across a run. It's now 3-0. This is the National League Division Series on the show. Set for the bottom of the third, and the batter will be the shortstop, Xander Bogaerts. You talk about elite defensive players, especially in the middle of the diamond, and this guy is at the top of the list. On the ground, right side. Tosses to first. Leadoff hitter gone in the third.
The left fielder, number 4, Richie Palacios.
Here's the left fielder, Richie Palacios. In for a strike, and it's 0-1. Just missed. And that's in the dirt. Check swing, and he went. And now 2 balls and 2 strikes. Swings through that one. It's a strikeout. And now the right fielder, Alec Burleson. Inside, just missed. That's outside. Now 2-0.
2 balls, no strike. Ball 3.
2 outs, base is empty. Check swing, now an appeal to third. And he went around according to Darryl Parker. Ground ball to the right side. He takes it himself to the bag, and that'll do it. Start of the fourth. An outstanding hitter in Ketel Marte.
Ketel Marte.
Fastball for a strike.
Well, these players doing a good job of simply getting the bat on the ball in this game, and the numbers back that up. They're hitting everything thrown at them. Their contact rate is in the low 90s. It's like they know what's coming, and that's just pretty ridiculous what they're doing right now. Those numbers are well above the major league average.
Next offering misses. Ball 1.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Oof. That one went straight back and got our ump right in the mask. Let's hope he's okay. Pitch misses, and the count now even up.
Oh, this is a guy that can be frustrating for pitchers because he fouls off so many pitches and grinds out the at-bat. I'm sure there's some times where a pitcher would rather just give up a first pitch single than have to waste 6 or 7 pitches on one hitter.
Here's a swing and a drive left field, and he knew it. And they tack one on the board. It's 4-0.
He ran the count full and saved his best swing for last. That was a battle, and he won. Knew what pitch he wanted to hit. Spent on some other pitches in this at-bat. Was very patient, and it paid off.
And now Julio Rodriguez. Fly to center his first time. He's 0 for 1. Swing and a foul back. That's out of play. Nobody on, nobody out with a run in here in game 4 of the NLDS. Out towards right center. That's well struck. And no one can get there. Makes the turn and heads for second. And that's a double.
Love how he let that ball travel, trusted his hands. Nice job of going the other way.
Here comes the skipper, and we're going to see a pitching change in this spot. J.P. Sears won't go any further tonight, and this is one he'd like to forget. Back with a new arm after this.
Now pitching.
They turn things over to the southpaw, Joey Cantillo.
He's got a wicked breaking ball in his arsenal, and it's definitely one of his go-to pitches when he needs an out.
Runner in scoring position, no outs. Here's the power hitting catcher, Austin Wells. And that's in for a strike.
No ball, 1 strike.
Cantillo checks the runner. Rodriguez dives back in safely. Rodriguez leads off second with nobody out. Next offering is fouled back. Man at second. Cuts and misses. It's a strikeout. Here's Jose Ramirez. He's 0 for 1. It's interesting. He plays kind of a power spot defensively, but runs pretty well. So when you're looking at that position, you're not expecting someone that has maybe above average speed, but he does. McCormick makes the catch. Out number 2. So man aboard. Here's the shortstop at the plate. Jeremy Pena. He's 2 for 2. Ground ball right side. Albies over to first in time. That ends the inning and stops things from getting out of hand. But the solo shot stretches their lead even further. It's now a 4-0 ball game. And welcome back to the ballpark. And now the first baseman, Christian Walker. And ball 1.
You know, this group of hitters, as this game goes on, have to be more disciplined at the plate. They're chasing a lot of pitches outside the zone, and those chases that are turning into a bunch of outs. Can they turn that around and stay within the zone? We'll see, but I think they have to.
And 1-2.
1-2.
Ground ball right side, and that chance handled. Over to first, and one gone in the fourth as they get the lead off.
Designated hitter, Jurickson Profar.
Here's Profar down. On the corner at the knees for a strike. Lifted in the air, out to left. He makes the catch, and there's two down.
Good pitch. He just kind of had him out in front on that pitch away and wasn't able to stay close.
Ozzie.
2 outs, base is empty.
Albies.
Ozzie Albies now at the plate. Struck out swinging his first time. Just missed.
1 ball, no strike.
2 down, nobody on. We're here in the bottom of the fourth. This ball's chopped on the ground. The throw to first, and Albies is retired. And he has thrown 4 shutout innings. Game 4 of the division series. And here's the first baseman, Vladimir Guerrero Jr. In there for a strike at the top of the zone. Cantillo, a 6'4 lefty, 225 pounds, and he's one of the few players in Major League Baseball born in Hawaii. And downstairs. Now a fly ball to right center. Burleson on the move to the gap. Hauls it in for the out. And there's one down.
That's just a really nice catch on the run right there. He saved extra bases for sure. If the pitcher's his friend, he'll give him a second to catch his breath before he's ready to deal the next pitch.
Soto stands in now and watches strike 1. Line drive, and that should be extra bases. Around first, heading for 2. Throw is offline, and he's got a double.
Putting some good swings on the ball. That's his second extra base hit in this one. That's about as textbook as it gets. Got his stride and load out of the way early. He stayed inside that ball and squared it up out front. Man, that was like he was in the cage hitting off a tee.
1 out. Runner at second. Here's Teoscar Hernandez. Ball 1 there. Just missed. Now one missed. 1 out, and a runner at second, and we're at the top of the 5th.
Instead of letting the hitter get his arms extended, tied him up a little bit, slightly up, slightly in.
Man at second. Right through there for a strike.
3-2.
Swings and misses, struck him out. Now a chance for Geraldo Perdomo. 1 for 2. In the dirt, but kept close. Throw pulls him off the bag, and he's safe. Soto up to third on the wild pitch.
Even with a good secondary lead, sometimes it's hard to see just how far that ball's gotten away from the catcher. And if you can make it to third base pretty much standing up, well, that time he seemed to have a pretty good read, gets to third safely, and now he's just 90 feet away from scoring.
And that's way high. And now 2-0. And there's a ball. Ketel Marte would be next if they can extend the inning.
And he's homered already, so I'm sure he'd love a chance to do some more damage here.
Let's see if he gives him anything to hit here. And there's the automatic.
That fastball, even though it's up, that's the velocity you want to go after. Low 90s, a lot better than trying to hit the high 90s.
Now front, pulls that one foul. Now it's 3-2. Two outs. Hit pretty well in the air out to center. McCormick sizes this one up. Drops into the glove. And that is that. We head to the bottom of the fifth. Leading off, Brett Baty.
Third baseman, Brett Baty.
That one way inside.
Two balls, one strike.
Fouls one off. 2-2. Outside.
Okay. Expect for that guy to come right at you with a fastball, something in the zone, because he does not want to allow the leadoff walk.
Got him swinging. Chas McCormick getting ready to hit a single his first time.
Well, this guy's just a tremendously talented center fielder. Gold Glove caliber type out there. Offensively, he can do some things, but also has some streakiness as well. I think the key is just trying to find a way for him to be consistent day in and day out. He saves runs in the outfield, so that's going to buy him more time to work things out at the dish.
Outside low. 1-1.
This is the time you have to pull out every trick in your bag. They know the season is over with a loss. Things aren't looking great right now, but they're still in striking distance. They need to get something going real soon.
Base is empty, one away. Last half of inning number 5.
Well, I think the key, if he can get through one more inning, anything after that, a hitter or two is bonus, but they should be lined up good enough to get to the finish line.
The 2-2. And that skips in the dirt. Swing and a line drive ripped right center field. This one could be trouble. Now he'll turn for second. In safely. It's a double and his second hit.
Wasting no time. He's 2 for 2 now on the night, and just a triple and home run away from the cycle.
Seriously, we're starting with this already. And at second with one away. And now Luis Campusano. That's off the mark, and that's ball 1. McCormick over at second, 1 down. on the inside corner for a strike. Off the mark there. And that's ball 2. In the air, right field. Snags it for the second out. And a dangerous hitter coming up to hit is Xander Bogaerts. 0 for 2 in this one.
Bogaerts.
Ground ball, and that's through the infield. Coming home. Here's the throw to the plate. Tag, too late, he scores. It's 4-1.
Well, here we are, third time through the order, and this is where we see the OPS jump up. Manager might have to go to the bullpen a little bit sooner than he anticipated.
So 2 down. Richie Palacios will hit next. There's 0 for 2 with a pair of strikeouts. A changeup missing, and that's ball 1. Foul ball there. Fouls it off, still 1-2. Caught him looking for the K. So 1 run in the inning on this base hit. It's now 4-1. Welcome back as we take a look at how today's starting pitchers have fared so far.
Marte.
Cantillo back to work. And ball 1. Swing and a miss.
I think he was sitting off speed there.
And the next pitch is way outside. And that drops in for a strike. And that just misses.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
On a line out towards center. Brings it in. And there's 1 down.
Man, that's one of those at-bats where you have to remind yourself it's about the process. He did everything right there. Nothing to show for it. But in your mind, you have to convince yourself that it was a very good at-bat.
Rodriguez in the box now. No balls and a strike.
Well, this guy is just filling up the strike zone right now. Don't want to get yourself in an 0-2 hole. You better be ready to pull the trigger on the first pitch.
That one missing inside. That one drifts inside. Next pitch misses. Counts full, 3-2. Three and two. The pitch is outside and ball 4.
Pretty good spot on the outside, but just couldn't quite click the zone. That's a stone-cold take.
One gone, runner at first. And here's the catcher, Austin Wells. First pitch misses. And that one fouled off. Bounding ball here, rolls foul. Man at first, one away. Swing and a miss, struck him out.
The batter, the third baseman.
Back to the top of the lineup, Jose Ramirez digs in now. In the dirt.
1 ball, no strike.
Rodriguez, the runner at first with 2 gone. Squirts away a little bit. Hard hit, left field, base hit. Around second is Rodriguez. And now they'll have runners on the corners with 2 away.
Now batting, the shortstop, Jeremy.
So digging in, Jeremy Pena. Popped up. Albies makes the grab, and that is that. So it's no runs on a hit, no errors, and 2 are left. To the bottom of the 6th inning. Japan have the advantage, 4-1. Back here at Lone Depot Park, John Shelby with Chris Singleton in the booth, and leading off the bottom of the 6th, Alec Burleson. Tap foul at the plate. Next offering is fouled back. Just off the outside edge, and the count is 1-2. And that's in the dirt. In the air, left field, down the line, and that will drop foul. Swing and a miss, and he's down on strikes. And that's 6 Ks for him in this one.
Pretty interesting pitch sequence in that at bat. Instead of attacking with the fastball early in the count to get ahead, it was all off speed until the very last pitch to put him away. And pretty impressive to have the fastball command right when you need it. He just kind of kept it in his pocket until he wanted to blow him away.
And next will be the cleanup hitter, Christian Walker. Just missed. One down, base is empty. And now 2-0.
That's a good pitch there. Really had some run and finished a little up and in just on the edge. And that's one of those, if you swing at it, you had a broken bat as you jog back to the dugout.
Throws the first in time. 2 up, 2 down.
The batter, number 7. Designated hitter, Jurickson
Profar. The next to hit. Fastball for a strike. 0-1.
Quickly in an 0-2 hole, you're going to have to give something up here in terms of power if you want to put the ball in play with any authority.
Next offering is down low. This to third. And it's a 1-2-3 inning.
Now pitching.
Ron Marinaccio takes over on the mound.
Pretty tight game, so they're looking for quality pitches out of him right here. Got to do his best to keep the score right where it is.
And now, Vladimir Guerrero Jr. 0 for 3, a fly out, a ground out, and a strikeout. That's off the mark. Ball 1.
Way to lay off that fastball up right there. You're looking for something you see well that you can handle, but you also have to keep the discipline so that you're not popping up pitches that are just a little too high.
The 1-1. Ground ball right side. It squirts through. So a runner aboard to start the inning. Outside, and it's 1-0. Action in the pen down there. Amos Willingham, the hard-throwing righty, is up and loosening. Holton, the lefty, warming up as well. Next pitch in for a strike, and a count 1-1.
I think he was sitting off speed right there because he just let the fastball go by.
The 1-1 is fouled off. Got him swinging. Pulled the string on the changeup. Now the left fielder, Teoscar Hernandez. 0 for 3 in this one. Swing and a miss. 0-1.
Well, strike one is so critical in a bat like this with a real threat at the plate looking to do damage.
Fought off foul. Guerrero over at first with 1 away. Strike 3, and that's 2 in a row.
Oh, interesting. He's looking very comfortable out of the stretch after giving up the leadoff single. Back-to-back strikeouts, so they haven't been able to move that runner up, get him into scoring position, and try to have a better chance of scoring. I tell you, good job so far on the mound. He just needs one more out.
Next is the DH, a switch hitter, Geraldo Perdomo. That one pushed to the left and foul. Swing and a foul out of play.
That's a ball. 1 ball, 2 strikes.
That wasn't an easy pitch to hit. It's much easier to do damage against mistakes, but that's not what that pitch was.
Next offering is downstairs. Swing and a fly ball, well struck left field. Palacios makes the grab, and that'll do it. Welcome back. Taking a look at our game summary. On the corner for a strike. Activity in the bullpen. Bryan Abreu, a right-hander with big strikeout stuff, is getting it fired up. Uribe warming up as well. Missed with a changeup, and the count is 1-1.
No, that's a ball.
Right through there for a strike. The lefty closing in on 100 pitches. Swing and a ball line to center. Rodriguez hauls it in, and there's one away.
Now batting, third baseman, Brett.
So up next, Brett Baty. He is struck out, and he is walked. There's a strike.
Well, as a left-handed hitter, you kind of expect that breaking ball from the lefty, so you just want to track it and get an idea because you know it's going to come into play later in the at-bat.
And that is out of play. Base is empty, one away, late here in Game 4. Swing and a miss, and he struck him out. Picks up strikeout number 7.
Really love the pitch sequence right there. I'm telling you,
Now
pitcher and catcher on the same
fielder,
page right now.
And now the center fielder, Chas McCormick. And first offering is fouled off. That clips the corner.
Man, this guy's got a great feel for his breaking ball today.
Up the middle, and it's through for a hit. And that keeps the inning going.
Oh, this has been a really nice game at the plate for
Now
him. He looks locked in.
Louis.
Timing on the swing was good. Able to shoot the ball up the middle. Didn't square it up as much as he probably would have liked, but that's a good approach paying off. And now they've got some speed on first, so we'll see if they try to get him into motion.
Here comes the manager out of the dugout, and he'll make a move for the bullpen. Framber Valdez won't go any further, and he was very good. They'll be happy with that, no doubt. We'll be back with a new pitcher in a minute. And we've got ourselves a pitching change. Bryan Abreu. He has a great slider with tons of movement. Here's the catcher, Luis Campusano. That's in there. Strike one. Slider misses outside. To the right side, Marte. And that is the inning.
Now pitching.
Welcome back, and a new arm on the mound to start the 8th. Tyler Holton.
Just trying to keep this one close here, and this is where a bullpen can give their players a chance to fight back into the game.
Ketel Marte up to the plate. He's already homered here in this one. Holton, 28 years old. They got him off of waivers earlier this season. Holton, he's made a name for himself as a very effective reliever, but not really what you expect from a bullpen arm these days because he's not out there racking up Ks. Just off the outside edge. 2 balls, no strikes.
I think it's the deception and his ability to change arm angles and slots and give hitters different looks within one at bat. They're never able to get comfortable. When you only see him once, a lot of times he has success.
The 2-1. And that one missing low. Got to be clever, too, when you don't have that lights-out stuff, right?
Absolutely. You got to know what you're able to do. Instead of focusing on what that hitter's strength is, stay with your strength and trust that you'll come out on top. You know, I think he's okay with that outcome. It wasn't an intentional walk, but he wasn't exactly trying to attack the zone either.
Here's the center fielder, Julio Rodriguez. Runner on the go. And first offering is fouled off.
Whoa. 1 ball, 1 strike.
Next offering is fouled back.
Two.
This one popped up. Foul ground, first base side. And that's a foul ball.
Now
Jake Cronenworth. He'll play first base after the injury.
Jake Cronenworth.
Marte gets his lead at first. Nobody out. That's foul off to the right side. Keeps the AB going. Next pitch is downstairs. And ball 4, 2 aboard.
Oh, you know this guy wants to swing it, but he's showing some good patience in this one. It's the second time he's taken ball 4.
First and second, no outs. Now Austin Wells, 0 for 3 with 2 strikeouts and a ground out. That misses. Ball 1.
It's getting squeezed a little bit here late.
That one fouled off. Right down the chute. That is strike 2.
Oh, I think that pitch surprised all of us. Right down the middle. Doesn't get a swing. Not very often you see a hitter lay off a cookie like that.
Swing and a miss, and he is down on strikes for the 3rd straight at bat.
Oh, tough night at the dish. Punching out for the 3rd time right there. He just hasn't looked very comfortable at the plate. A little unsure of his timing right now. Not picking up the spin and location of these pitches. We'll have some adjustments to make.
Here comes the skipper out of the dugout, and he's ready to make the move. Tyler Holton out of the game, and the line not closed on him yet as he's responsible for the runners on base. Back with a new pitcher after this.
Now pitching.
Amos Willingham gets the call from the pen.
And this could be a pretty critical point in this game. They're hoping he's the guy to keep him within striking distance.
Here's the third baseman, Jose Ramirez. foul ball. Two on, one out. Swing and a ground ball, and that one gets through into center field. Now a long throw home, and he's in there as a run scores.
Puts a run on the board and picks up an RBI. Smash that one through the infield for the knock. When it's hit that hard, it makes it very tough on the infielders to make any sort of play.
So two in scoring position with one out. Pena now at the plate. Inside corner, and that's called a strike. Traffic on the bases with one already in here in Game 4 of the NLDS. Splits the plate. 0-2 now. Movement in the bullpen. Kevin Kelly, the right-handed sinker baller, who looks to be readying himself. Outside with a breaking ball. Base hit, one run in already. Another scores. Two runs in on the play. It's 7-1.
A couple of singles back-to-back. You often hear the phrase short to long through it, and that's a great example of it right there. Got the barrel in the hitting zone early, squared it up with the well-timed swing, and came away with a beautiful line drive into center field.
Now at the plate, Vladimir Guerrero Jr. Swing and a high fly ball left field. Palacios has this one sized up, and there's two down.
Now batting, right fielder, Juan Soto.
Here's Juan Soto. And it may be a long shot, but a triple here will give him the cycle.
Just missed.
Well, if he's going to steal second, you want him to go early in the count. That way he's not a distraction to the hitter at the plate. Go ahead and get it out of the way so the hitter can focus on the pitch.
That one missed.
2-0 count. You really don't want to give in here. You've got to work the edges, really execute a pitch. Hopefully you can get back into this count.
Swing and a miss. Ugly swing right there.
Good late sink on that fastball. Out of the hand looks so good, and then by the time it gets in the hitting zone, hard to get the barrel to it.
Up the middle, and it finds its way through for a hit. And now first and second with two outs. And his hot hitting continues.
I kept him in the yard that time, but all he's doing now is passing the baton, and everything seems to get started around this guy.
First and second, two down. Teoscar Hernandez will hit next. Swing and a miss as he was late that time.
One strike.
Traffic on the bases with three already across, and we're at the top of the eighth. And a breaking ball drops in for a strike.
Felt hard in, soft away, and now he's in an 0-2 count. He's got to figure out a way to try to sit in between, perhaps choke up a little bit, and just try to get the bat to the baseball.
Up and in, 1-2 to count. Fouled off the plate. They'll do it again. Two on, two outs. Fouls it back with two strikes. Gets a piece and stays alive. Two outs. That misses. It's 2-2. Ninth pitch of the at-bat due next. And now it's filled up. Geraldo Perdomo to bat next. Struck him out looking with the off-speed stuff. 3 runs, 3 hits, no errors, but 2 are left stranded. Last half of the 8th coming up. The All-Stars lead it 7-1. On to the bottom of the 8th. Here comes X to the plate. The shortstop takes the ball. Double-barreled action in the bullpen. Camilo Doval getting loose out there. Dominguez getting cranked up as well. Hard hit right side. Marte throws the first in time. Bogarts retired.
The left fielder, number 4, Richie Palacios.
Now the number 2 hitter, Richie Palacios. 0 for 3 with 3 strikeouts. That's off the inside corner, and that is ball 1. To the right side. Steps on first for the out.
Now batting, the right fielder, Alex Burleson.
2 down, bases empty. Now here is Alec Burleson. 1 for 3. On the ground to third. Throws across the diamond. 3 up, 3 down, inning over. Kevin Kelly on to pitch here.
Well, they need someone to stop the bleed and keep the score right where it is. It seems like a tough task today with the way this lineup is swinging it.
Geraldo Perdomo getting ready to hit.
The designated hitter, Geraldo Perdomo.
First pitch just misses. Swing, and that ball smashed on a line. And that's a base hit. And a good start to the inning.
The batter, number 4.
And now it's the switch hitting second baseman, Ketel Marte. On the ground, could be 2. Off balance feed, there's 1. To first, not in time. Great effort there.
Now back, the center fielder, Julio Rodriguez.
And now the center fielder, Julio Rodriguez. Line drive, leaps and he's got it.
Wow, that was an awesome leaping catch. Great reactions, great athleticism, and he snatched that thing out of the air, and he robbed him of a base hit.
And now the catcher comes up to him, Austin Wells. 0 for 4 with 3 strikeouts, and he's grounded out. And there's a strike to the outside corner, and it's 0-1.
Really good cutter that he's able to front door and back door. That pitch is devastating.
Next offering is in for a strike.
Perhaps not quite ready to hit. First 2 pitches by him for a couple of strikes. Now back is against the wall. He's going to have to figure something out and figure it out quickly.
Next offering upstairs.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Marte off of first with 2 away. Inside, almost got him. stays alive. Swing and a high fly ball left field. McCormick has it sized up. He makes the grab, and that'll do it. They get a leadoff single, but leave him stranded. On now to the bottom of inning number 9. Japan with the lead 7-1. Back here in Miami. So bottom of the 9th, and now Jake Cronenworth.
Jake Cronenworth.
Abreu back to work. And it's fouled away. Next offering is fouled back. And downstairs. The next offering misses. And the count is even 2-2. Outside with a breaking ball. That's a good at bat right there. He was down early in that plate appearance. Works the walk.
Almost a coin flip for the umpire in that call, but most umpires just don't want to give pitchers a break up in the zone like that.
Man at first. Profar climbs in on that left side. That one finds the zone, and that is strike 1.
There was a high-velocity fastball in the zone. I think a little frustration from walking the previous hitter. He's got good stuff. Pitch inside the zone and trust it.
Profar gets a piece there. Runner at first with no outs here. He goes down looking.
Oh, man, just locked him up with that slider, even though it caught a lot of the zone. And I think that tells you all you need to know about what he was looking for in the box, and it clearly was not that pitch.
This one in the dirt.
1 ball, no strike.
Fouled off left side. So a foul ball makes it 1-2. That's down and in.
2-2.
Cuts on it and misses. That's a strikeout. And they're down to their last out.
Oh, you got to be pretty quick with the bat speed these days. So many guys throwing in the upper 90s, and you see the velocity on that one. Just tough to catch up to. I mean, guys are coming in, and they're going max effort. They're not looking to go a long distance. They want to get as many strikeouts as they possibly can.
Beatty in the box with 2 gone, and takes a look at a called strike. That's too low. 1-1. He swings and fouls one off. Abreu is just 1 strike away. Not close with that one, and the count is 2-2. Swung on, belted. Can't get to it as it drops into the corner. Here comes Cronenworth around third. The tag, and he's in there. It's 7-2.
Couldn't have timed it up any better than that. With a pitch away, that's exactly what you want to do with it. Drive it the other way. And right there, just barely able to keep it fair down the line for the double.
That manager out of the dugout, and he's going to make a change. Bryan Abreu will depart, and he's responsible for the runner on second, so the book isn't closed on him yet. We'll be right back.
Now pitching.
New pitcher now, Camilo Doval.
And he's got a nice lead to work with, so he should come in throwing strikes, attacking these hitters.
At the plate, Chas McCormick. 3 for 3 with 2 singles and a double. A little bit low. And there's a ball. And another ball.
Not really attacking on the mound in this at bat. All breaking balls, so that makes me think they're not really wanting to challenge him here.
Next offering is in for a strike.
3-1.
Man on second, 2 down. They're down to their final strike.
3 balls, 2 strikes.
And that's it. They're moving on to the National League Championship Series.
You win a National League Division Series, you can breathe a little bit as the next one will stretch out to possibly 7 games. I'm sure they don't want to take it that far, but they're just going to be happy to get there. Congratulations.